Hi, welcome to lecture number 15 of Ultimate Python course. This lecture is very important for interviews, especially when there is an interview for Python and if there is a written test. These questions will definitely be asked in the written test. If there is no written test, generally they will ask for the algorithm to implement. But then if there is a written test, these questions will definitely be asked. Okay, so pay attention here. Before I start, don't write any notes for this lecture. The entire notes is provided to you in the description, and also these lecture slides will be provided in the description. You can use the slides as well as the notes. Okay, and I will be very slow in explaining topics. You have to watch my videos at 2x speed, otherwise you will be wasting your time. Okay, fine, let's begin. Now we are going to see what is operator precedence and what is associativity. Okay, so there is a lot of confusion between these two terms. Generally, people who are very new to programming doesn't understand these concepts properly. So what I have done is I have simplified it a lot, but still I'll explain you. Okay, now let us say a variable A is there, a variable B is there, a variable C is there. These are called as operands. Okay, these are called as operands. A, B, C, right? Now let us say there is an operation, imaginary operation called hash, imaginary operation called @ Now the question arises, which one should I do first? That will be decided by precedence. If the precedence says that you do hash first and then @ next, if the precedence says that you do hash first and then @, then what happens is hash will be done first, and whatever result you get here, @ will happen next. @ will happen next. That is how precedence works. So if you are using precedence, you should know which operator is having highest precedence and which operator is having next highest precedence. Based on that, you have to evaluate the expression and get the result. Got it? Simple funda. Now, there is something called as associativity. When the precedences are same, how are you going to use or how are you going to say which one to execute? What I mean to say is, let us say A is a variable, B is a variable, C is a variable. These are operands. Now there is plus here, operator plus here, or you can also take minus. Now if you observe it, this plus and this plus both are same, or there can be two operators which have same precedence. Here there can be plus, here there can be minus. Now the question is, which one will you execute first? Answer lies in associativity. Now, according to the rules of associativity, plus is left associative. Plus is left associative. What is the meaning of this? See, in many textbooks, in almost all the textbooks, you will see that associativity is from left to right or from right to left, but that is not the right way of saying it. Associativity should be said like left associative, right associative. This is the right terminology. But then in many books, in almost all the books, they always mention that associativity is left to right, right to left. So we will follow that because all the books are saying it. But I will tell you what is the meaning of it, actual meaning of it. Okay. So I'm saying that plus is left associative. What is the meaning of this is, if there is an operand and on the both sides of the operand there is plus, then you associate that operand to the left side operator. This is called left associativity, which means this one will be executed first. Got it? Now what is right associativity? If there is plus, if there is B, if there is plus. If plus is right associative, then what happens is B will be associated with to the right side operator. There can be anything here. There can be anything here. This is the meaning of associativity. Don't get confused. Most of the textbooks confuse you by saying left to right, right to left. That is not true. Associativity can be left associativity or right associativity. Clear? Okay. Fine. Let's see some examples. Now, whenever you see parenthesis, blindly evaluate it first. That is having the highest priority. Parenthesis. For example, if you take this example, here there is parenthesis, here there is parenthesis. So you execute them first. 2 plus 3 is 5. 9 8s are 72. Now all the remaining things are plus. So you can simply add them. You need not apply the rules in the exam. If they give you this question, don't sit and apply the rules of associativity of plus. All are plus, you can just simply add it. Or otherwise, how it works is, since plus is left associative, it generally works like this. First you associate 4 with left side, like this, like this, like this. Okay. Now exponentiation has second highest precedence. Now parenthesis has first highest precedence and exponentiation has second highest precedence. So what is exponentiation? When you have two dots, two stars, that is exponentiation. So what is the meaning of it? If I have 3, 2 stars, 2, the meaning of this is 3 power 2. So exponentiation has the second highest precedence and it is right to left. Okay, what do I mean by right to left is, if you have something like this, 2 star star 3 star star 4, it should not be said like right to left because it is given in textbook. That way I am using it, right? So what you should say is associativity of exponentiation is right. It is right associative. It is right associative. It means that when an operand has exponentiation on both sides, it will be associated to the right side operator, right? So which means it will be associated to the right side operator. This is the meaning of it, which means 3 power 4 will be evaluated first and then there is 2 star star 3 power 4. If you evaluate this, this is going to be 2 power 3 power 4. 2 power 3 power 4. You know, this is an example. I should not use this cap. Leave it. See, first this one will be evaluated, which means 3 power 2 and then it is 2 star star 3 power 2. Now this will be evaluated as 2 power 3 power 2. And then you have unary operators. So unary plus you have, unary minus you have, bitwise not you have, plus minus. Why are these called unary operators? Because they will be applied only on one operand. What I mean by that is, if I take plus, there will be A and B. It is applied on two operators, two operands. That is why it is binary. Now if I say minus B, this is applied only on one operator. Sorry, one operand. One operand. That is why it is unary. So all these are unaries, right? Now let's see the example here. So there is exponentiation and there is minus. Which one is given higher priority? So according to the priority rules, exponentiation has higher priority. I told you that. So first exponentiation will happen, which will give you 9, and then negation will happen, minus 9. This is the collab. See, for every example, I will show you the proof by giving you a screenshot of Google Colab, so that you will trust me that I am doing it right. For everything I do, there will be collab proof. Okay. Now let us see. So exponentiation has higher precedence than unary operators, that you know now. That is why there is bitwise not. So 3 power 2. This first, see in this expression, first 3 power 2 will be executed, which will be 9, and then 1's complement of that will be taken. You know what is the 1's complement? I already told you there is a shortcut. You have to just write minus that number plus 1. It is minus 10. Okay, simple. Okay, now let's see multiplication, division, floor division and modulus. All these have same priority and the associativity is left associative, which means if there are two operators on both sides of an operand, it will take the left side one. That is the meaning of it. Okay, so let's see this example. First what happens here is floor division will be executed. Why? Because all of them are of same priority, division, multiplication, floor division, modulus. Now on both sides of 3, one side there is floor division and other side there is multiplication. Now it is left associative, that is why I am associating 3 to the left side. Now 10 by 3, it will become 3. And 3 into 2 will become 6. Okay. Now you can simply do the math for here also. So what is of highest priority? Parenthesis. Okay. So when you negate 10, it is going to be minus 11. And when you have 9 into 2, this is 9 raised to the power of 2, which is 81. That is next. Now you have multiplication, floor division, addition and addition, right? So actually floor division will happen first. Sorry, multiplication will happen first. So multiplication is happening first. And after multiplication is happening, then the floor division has happened and we got the result. Now after the floor division has happened, there is minus is happening, and after the minus is happening, plus is happening. So finally you are getting minus 180. You can pause it and you can just see what has happened. We are going in the precedence order. What is the highest precedence? First one highest precedence is parenthesis. Okay, do it. And next highest precedence is exponentiation. So do it. Then what is remaining? One is star and other is floor division. So do the star first, then floor division. Then what are remaining? Only minus symbols are remaining. You go from left to right and do them. That's it. Okay. Nothing fancy. Compared to addition and subtraction, multiplication and division has higher precedence, which means when there is multiplication and when there is addition, multiplication will happen first. That is the meaning of it. Okay. So you can use a rule which is called PAMDAS rule, which is similar to BODMAS. I think in your school you might have heard about BODMAS a lot, right? In your school you might have heard about BODMAS, right? So exactly like BODMAS, in Python we have this rule called PEMDAS, PEMDAS. Parenthesis has highest precedence, then exponentiation, then multiplication and division will have same precedence, then addition and subtraction will have same precedence. So these are the important operators. There are other important operators also we will see, but these are the most important operators when it comes to interviews, especially written test. They will definitely ask you this. If there is a written test on Python, there will be a question on precedence and associativity. Take it for granted. Okay. Now, all this we have discussed. Bitwise shift. So, shift left and shift right. We have already seen it earlier in one of the videos. We have already seen it. Shift left means we are multiplying it by 2 power n. Shift right means we are dividing it by 2 power n. Floor division. We have already seen that, right? Shift left, shift right. You already know that. Only thing that I want to tell you here is the associativity is left associative, which means leftmost one will get associated first. Leftmost one will get associated first. Okay, I'll just take an example and explain you what it is. We have already seen this. So if I take 10 and I left shift it by 2 times, then the value will be 10 into 2 power 2. You know that already. If I right shift it, it is floor division, right? It is nothing but 10 floor division 2 power 2, which is 2 point something. Therefore, we are writing it as 2. Right. Now let us see this simple one. So I told you that left shift and right shift both are of same priority, but then both are having left associativity, which means we'll go from left. Okay. So for left is this one, right? We'll execute the left one first. 10 left shift by 3 is 10 into 2 power 3, isn't it? Here it is nothing but 10 into 2 power 3. 10 into 2 power 3. Right. So which is 80. Now 80 right shift by 2. So what does that mean? 80 has to be divided by 2 power 2, which is 4. So you got 20. Now 20 has to be left shifted by 5. What is left shifted by 5? 20 multiplied with 2 power 5. 32, right? 20 into 32, which is 640. Now 640 right shifted by 1. What is right shifted by 1? Floor division by 2, which means divided by 2. So if I divide it by 2, it is coming to 320. Now let's combine bitwise shift operators with multiplication operator. So if a expression is given like this, and if they are asking you in the written test, what is the meaning of this or what is the value of it, you should first understand that star has greater precedence compared to plus. Star has greater precedence compared to plus. Therefore, star will execute first. So which will be 10. Which will be 10. Now star has greater precedence than plus. Therefore, star is executed. Right. Now plus has greater precedence than double shift. Right. Therefore, plus will be executed next, which means 5 will be executed. I will give you a table, don't worry. See, I am saying that some operator is higher precedence than having higher precedence than some other operator. How do I know? Because there is a table that you have to by heart. Trust me, you have to by heart this table if you want to crack an interview in Python. You have to by heart this table. I'll give you the table, okay? So now from here it is simple. Now you are taking 10 and you are left shifting it by 10. You are taking 10 and you are left shifting it by 10. So what happens? 10 is multiplied with 2 power 10, which is 10240. And then you are right shifting it by 5. You are right shifting it by 5. So what do you get if you right shift it by 5? 2 power 5. You are going to divide it with 2 power 5 modulo, right? So that is floor division, which you will get 320. Simple, right? Now bitwise AND. What is bitwise AND? So bitwise AND, bitwise exclusive OR and bitwise OR are three operators which are important. Bitwise AND has highest precedence compared to bitwise exclusive OR compared to bitwise OR. And all are left associative, which means left side one will execute first. Now let's take an example. Okay, let's take here an example. Now bitwise AND will take highest priority. First let's execute it. Bitwise AND. What is 9? 1 0 0 1 is 9. What is 3? 0 0 1 1 is 3. Now if I take OR, if I take ANDing of these two, here I get 0, here I get 0, here I get 0, here I get 1. Okay. Now bitwise AND is resolved and the result we got is 1, but then there are two more operators. One is OR and the other one is exclusive OR. We have two more. Which one is greater precedence? Exclusive OR is greater precedence compared to bitwise OR. Okay. So let's resolve exclusive OR. This part. Let's resolve this. What is 6? 0 1 1 0 is 6. Right. What is 4? 4 is 0 1 0 0 is 4. Right. Now what is exclusive OR of both of these? 0 1 0 0. So what is that you got? You got 2. So the answer you got is 2 here. Now still there is one more operator, which is OR, which is of least priority. That is why you are doing it at the end. It is of least priority, right? That is why you are doing it at the end. Now 1 or 2. So what is 1? 0 0 0 1. See, why am I writing only 4 bits? Because 4 bits are sufficient to represent these numbers. Actually in computer it happens in 32 bits or 64 bit depending on your machine. But here I am just writing 4 bits because they are sufficient to represent the numbers. Okay. So 1 exclusive OR, 2 I have to write. 1 exclusive OR, 2. Now what is exclusive OR of 1? And I have already told you in previous videos how to do exclusive OR. I told you modulo 2 sum, which means add these two numbers, which is 1, answer is 1, divide it with 2, then the remainder is 1. Right? So or you can use any rule, but 1 1 0 0, which means the answer is 3. So this kind of question will come in the written test of Python. Okay. Now coming to bitwise exclusive OR, it is same as bitwise AND. It is same as bitwise AND and all. Associativity is left to right, and you know what exclusive OR is, and just we have already seen what exclusive OR here is. I have given everything here. You just go through it in these slides. Okay. So let's take one more example. X equal to 3, y equal to 2, z equal to 5. Evaluate x or y and z or x. So we have to evaluate this. Right? So first let's evaluate this. 2 and 5. What is 2? 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. What is 5? 0, 1, 0, 1. Is it 5? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Yes, it is 5. Now if I add both of them, what do I get? 0 and 0 is 0. If I add this, it is 0. If I add this, it is 0. If I add this, it is 0. Therefore, I got is 0. Next, what has to be resolved? The next part that has to be resolved is AND part. Right. 0 and 3. What is 0? 0, 0, 0. Sorry, it is not AND, it is exclusive OR. And what is exclusive OR? 0, 0, 1, 1. Now what do you get? 1, 1, 0, 0. So always remember this. Whenever you exclusive OR any number with 0, you will get the same number. You take any number exclusive OR with 0, you will get the same number, right? So finally 3 or 3 is remaining. What is 3 or 3? 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 3 or 3. Now what do you get? 1, 1, 0, 0. Whenever you are same numbers, you will get the same number. Okay. Now let's see this. 1, 10, exclusive OR 10, right? So exclusive OR is given and normal OR is given. Which one will be given higher precedence? Higher precedence will be given to exclusive OR, right? So exclusive OR will happen first and then the normal OR will happen. What is exclusive OR of 10 and 10? What is 10? 10 is 1, 0, 1, 0, right? Now if I exclusive OR with 1, 0, 1, 0, I am going to get 0, 0, 0, 0. So remember this rule. Whenever you exclusive OR same numbers, the result will always be 0. Whenever you exclusive OR same numbers, the result will always be 0. Okay. So what do you get here? You get 0. Now you are having 1 or 0 is the remaining part. Now if you do OR with 0 with any OR, you will get the same number. Or if you want, I will write it. 0 means 0, 0, 0, 0. 1 means 0, 0, 0, 1. So what do you get? 0, 0, 0, 1. Which means you are getting the same number. So whenever you OR any number with 0, you will get the same number. So what I want you to understand from this is that, see, why am I taking 4-bit numbers? Because they are sufficient. But in exam, you might sometimes have to take 8-bit numbers because the numbers might be very large, right? So you be flexible. Either 4 bits, you should be able to write a binary number in 4 bits, or you can go for 8 bits. Okay. Now bitwise OR. We have already seen bitwise OR. Let's see some question on it. So x equal to 5, y equal to 3. Operation is OR. We have to perform OR, bitwise OR. Bitwise OR is piped, right? We have already seen it. Now what is 5? 5 is 0, 1, 0, 1. It is 5. And 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1 is 3. Now, if you merge them, so here you are going to get, I'm talking about OR, right? So here you are going to get 1, here you are going to get 1, here you are going to get 1, here you are going to get 0, which means the answer is 7, right? So that is what is bitwise OR. We have already seen it, right? Now we will stop this lecture here. We will continue comparison operators in the next lecture. Okay, thank you. If you want to take my GATE classes, we go to the website Ravindrababu.in and you are going to see all my GATE classes available there. Okay. So coming to the classes, they are all recorded. Why am I doing recorded? Why am I not doing live classes? Is I have thousands of students registering for my courses every year. But then if I conduct a live class, only 20 or 30 people will be there. 20 or 30, that's it. Maximum is 40 I had. The reason is live classes are little bit wasting your time. See, you cannot watch a live class at 2x speed. You have to watch at the pace at which I teach. Generally, I will be very, very slow while teaching. So if you can go through the live classes, you can watch them at 2x speed and you can complete the syllabus very fast. 400 plus hours content is there for GATE. And if you are going to watch them at normal pace, it will take 400 hours. But if you watch it at 2x speed, it will take just 200 hours, right? So if you want any of my GATE classes, GATE Computer Science or GATE DA, the price is just 10,000 rupees. It is very, very reasonable for the kind of quality we provide. We have test series, we have doubt sessions, we have videos, we have lecture notes. For everything, even you don't have to write any lecture notes. I will provide you lecture notes for every subject. You just have to sit back, watch the videos at 2x speed and revise the notes. Short notes will be provided, long notes will be provided, formulas will be written in a separate notes. Everything will be there provided to you. You don't have to work hard. And coming to, if you are planning to go abroad, we also have study abroad program. You can go through my number. My number is on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is in the website. If you are planning to do masters abroad, that is a very good choice. It is better than doing masters in India. So if you are planning to go abroad, we will help you out right from taking the passport to getting the visa, US visa, right? So we will help you out in the entire process. Okay. So do visit the website, see what is happening there. Even DSA course is there for 5,000 rupees, which is both in Python and C++. Okay. So thank you so much.